Okay, camera's rolling, audio's good. Okay, so real quick, who's watching Stranger Things 2? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about something I've been getting bombarded with lately, and it's just out of control. And it's how do I go about getting clients when I'm just starting out as a content creator? Before we get into the video, I want to thank the good people over at Squarespace. You guys already know the deal. Squarespace has been sponsoring and supporting the channel, making a bunch of these videos possible. It's been really amazing to work with those guys. If you guys are looking to build a website, build an online store, a portfolio, Squarespace is one of the best places you can be doing that today. So start your free trial today. Head over to squarespace.com/Ryan Cow, 10% off your first purchase. Ya boys got your back. I've been creating content now that has been getting me paid for probably 2.5, 3 years or so. And I started just about where anybody would start, you know, taking portraits of your friends, seeing your photos. You find friends and family who are, you know, needing some photo or some video. I primarily started in photo, but this still applies to both worlds. And over that period of time, I've come to realize there are three main things that have helped me get to where I am today, where this is now my full-time career. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the first tip, which is leverage the power of social media. Whether we like it or not, social media nowadays has quite literally become like a digital business card for just about anybody who's trying to make a name in the content creation industry. A lot of clients you'll encounter in today's market are generally pretty active on social media, and will most likely be taking a look at your social media, whether that be Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, generally to kind of get a scope for who you are, what you're doing prior to actually reaching out to you. Now it can be the other way around too. If you reached out to them, there is a good chance that they will most likely look up your name and see what you're up to on social media. It's become such a convenience nowadays that you can pull your phone out of your pocket, type in somebody's name, and usually be able to find them and see who they are, what they've been up to, what they've been working on, where they've been. You can pretty much get a scope for what a content creator is and what they're capable of based off of their social media. Nowadays, brands really tend to like to work with people who already have kind of an established brand for themselves. As a freelancer, you are a brand, and for the most part, anything you're posting publicly that has your name associated with it can be viewed as a part of your brand. So with that in mind, we should really think of our social media sources less of like a personal outlet and more of kind of like a rough portfolio. It's a great place to show off the work you're currently doing, the things you like to shoot, your skills as a content creator, and it's a perfect way to attract clients. If we want to get serious about making a name for ourselves and working with companies in this industry, I really suggest to maybe not post selfies or dog photos or family pictures, and consider posting your actual work. Post stuff that you would actually like clients to see and potentially hire you for. It's really valuable to make your Instagram or your YouTube really show exactly what you're capable of as a content creator. Now, on the topic of work and showing your work on your social media, a lot of you might kind of be like, well, I haven't really shot a whole lot of stuff for clients, or maybe you're just getting started as a content creator and you just really haven't done a whole lot yet. This perfectly transitions into the next point I have, which is to shoot spec work. Now, what is spec work, you're asking? Well, spec work is shooting photo or video as if it were for a client, but here's the catch. It's not for a client. It's on your own time, it's on your own dime. It's not paid work, but you shoot this kind of stuff in anticipation that if a client were to come across it, they'd see it and hopefully go, this is exactly what we want. Let's reach out to this guy. Let's work with him. So now you're probably sitting there thinking, okay, Ryan, so you're saying I should be shooting stuff for free? And the answer to that is yes. Just because you went and spent a couple $1,000s on a bunch of camera gear doesn't mean you should be getting paid for the work you're shooting. Now, this may sound harsh to some of you guys, but in all honesty, we all kind of need a reality check. There is plenty of people who are far more experienced than us who are still shooting stuff on spec. There are very high level cinematographers and directors who shoot full on spec commercials with a ton of their own personal budget, because it's an amazing way to beef up your portfolio, an amazing way to show that you can do this kind of work for clients. Plus, if you want to be paid to shoot for example, a commercial for a clothing company, but you've never shot a commercial for a clothing company, Why should that company be reaching out to you to hire you? You are much more likely to get hired if you already have existing work to show a brand that you can actually deliver the content that they're looking for. When it comes down to it, this is business, whether we like it or not, and brands do want to know that you can actually deliver the quality of content that they're looking for. Does that make sense? Moving on to our third and final tip, it is making a proper portfolio for yourself. Now, right off the bat from that, you might be thinking, well, Ryan, you just talked about in the beginning how we should be leveraging the power of social media to find clients. And while that is true, it makes a huge difference if you actually have an established portfolio, a website for yourself. If clients do find you through a social media source, if there is an actual website that they can click and get directed to where they can see your true portfolio, your work that you are most proud of, the work that you want to show to clients on a very professional manner, it looks a whole hell of a lot better. A proper website and a proper portfolio makes a world of a difference when a client approaches you. It really does show that you are serious about your work. You went out of the way to create a website to put and showcase all of your best work. It's something that's really underestimated now in today's market and can definitely be a make it or break it for a lot of content creators. I have multiple friends, photographers, cinematographers, who have gotten a large percentage of their work just because of their website and their portfolio just being like kick ass. Now, I can't necessarily tell you what to put and not to put in your portfolio, but some advice I do have for you is put the work that you are absolutely most proud of, but more importantly, put the work that you actually want to get hired for. So if you really like shooting portraits, put a bunch of your best portraits. If you don't really like shooting product, but there is product on your portfolio, what are you doing for yourself there? Now, I know a lot of people may think that, oh, I just want to put everything out there so I can just sort of cover all my bases. So if a client does find me for one thing and they see another thing, maybe they'll hire me for that. But if it's not something you actually enjoy shooting and you don't feel as though maybe you're all that good at or you're passionate about, there's no point in putting it in your portfolio. A portfolio is really a place where you showcase your favorite and best work, the work that you actually want to show clients, that if they see it, they're like, damn, that's good, let's hire this kid. And nowadays we are extremely blessed because it's become easier than ever to make a portfolio that looks like it was designed for thousands of dollars by a professional with just a single service. I've personally used Squarespace for my own websites, my own portfolios. I've done them for clients. It's been a service that I've wholeheartedly loved to use for years now. And I would argue to say it is one of the best platforms to design a portfolio on. I really think it is extremely comprehensive, and their templates make it so easy to make your stuff just stand out from the crowd. The work in your portfolio should speak for itself. But if you have an aesthetic looking website that just draws somebody in and immediately is like, this is so well put together, everything about this is great, and the work on here is great, all the better in terms of actually getting a client to reach out to you and contact you to work with their brand. Now, funny thing, me personally, I don't have a portfolio currently. I had one, I wanna say like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, but I've definitely shot a lot of stuff since, and I've improved a lot overall as a content creator. So I've been meaning to revamp that, and it's really great that Squarespace is now working with me because they're gonna help me with that here soon. But if you guys are looking to build a portfolio, Squarespace is wholeheartedly the place to do it. Head over to Squarespace. You can start a free trial, at least get going, see what your site's gonna look like, put everything together. And if you do decide to go for it, squarespace.com/Ryan Cow, 10% off your first purchase. Go make that portfolio, get some clients. Come on, let's make this happen. That's what I got for you guys today. I hope you found these tips useful. I hope you guys can implement them in your own work, hopefully start getting some clients if you aren't already. If you guys are a content creator and you're shooting stuff, I wanna hear your guys' story. I wanna hear what you're working on, what you wanna work on. So definitely leave a comment down below. But with that being said, I think I'm gonna wrap up the video for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This was a fun one. I actually got to talk about stuff I've been excited to talk about for a while now. I've just been waiting until enough people asked. But make sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help when you guys do that. Subscribe if you aren't already. And I'll see you in the next video.